Hey guys, my name's Sudarshan, and today I will be showing you a cool project that I built probably in the past week or so. Haven't worked on it too much since then, but it is essentially a operator equivalent or OpenAI operator equivalent using Claude and Anthropic's MCP. I use the Puppeteer MCP server to do all of the automation stuff and use the LLM as the backend for the automation, or sort of the engine, if you will. And I will show you an example here. So while the agent is running, I can also walk you through the code. I'm gonna do it in accuracy mode, a bit slower but a bit better, and I'll tell you what accuracy mode entails in just a bit. So for prompts, I like to go to Chrome and operator.browserbase.com. They have good prompts here. Who is the top GitHub contributor to Stagehand by Browserbase? We'll paste that in here, and now it will run. So what this is essentially doing in accuracy mode is it's going to take this prompt, pass through an LLM. That LLM is going to analyze the logs of past runs of the agent. So as you can see here, I have a log analyzer. This goes through the old logs that I store locally, and they look kind of like this. And it'll know exactly where stuff went wrong based on similar patterns, right? So that's opening the browser, which is good. So similar patterns include, let's go back here, selector issues, timing problems, navigation errors, etc. It's going to look for patterns like that in the logs. Over here you can see it's processing the DOM, so it's very big. But yeah, it's essentially like static reinforcement learning, where there's no actual neural network holding the weights, but in this case it's just running at runtime. We can very much optimize this, but that is something that I will look to in the future, maybe when I have a bit more free time. But yeah, I think it's very cool. And also I have a prompt generator. So what that does is I have a few templates and pre-specified prompts, as well as the ones that LLMs make. And if you go to tempinstructions.txt, this is the one that the LLM actually makes after analyzing the logs from my simple prompt that I gave it. So I believe that's over here. Yep, who is a GitHub contributor to Stagehand by Browserbase. And I will actually let you see what it's doing. So it'll go to Browserbase Stagehand, and it is running if I open the terminal. So you can see it's actually executing these Puppeteer MCP server tools, and it's going to the correct repository. Yeah, so we will have an answer shortly, I believe. But wanting to talk to you about a little bit more about the code, we have the log analyzer and the prompt generator. The main parts are obviously the client and the server. So as you may know, MCP is a client-server architecture, so I define all the tools available here. Puppeteer Navigate, Puppeteer Fill, even a couple extra ones that I made myself, Puppeteer Download S3 file. So any S3 link you can pass it can download locally. And client, so I have max iterations is 200, so it doesn't go too overboard, but I have system prompts, the whole spiel over here. And so we also have the agent runner, which is sort of the engine code for this. We have all the types defined there. And yeah, it can execute commands. We can define speed or accuracy over here. I do use a couple of betas from Claude, or Anthropic I should say. Token efficient tool use, so this has been fairly useful to not hit the rate limits and also output 128K, as you can see here. And as you saw in the logs before, these are fairly verbose, so that was also useful. In terms of other software engineering innovations that I've had, I believe that was about it. Obviously, to CLI as of right now, I would like to make it a front end. Browserbase does a good job of this. I think there's pretty good UI. I do feel like they should have a place to have input, which I do have a tool call for in my version. If the agent needs any information from the user, like an email or a password, it will ask me for it, and I can just paste it into the terminal, which I think is very neat. And hopefully, let's see here. One. Okay, so it's on the contributors page. Don't want to click too much so it doesn't get interfered with, but let's go back to cursor and see if it can actually give us an answer. And this is the first time I'm running this prompt, and keep in mind we have the log analyzers, so the next time we run it, ideally it should be much faster. Okay, perfect. So you can see here Sean McGuire 12, commits 88. And so hopefully there will be a final result saying, okay, this was the final answer that we got. That should be coming fairly soon. Okay, this clicking on Sean McGuire seems it is slightly interested in what he does. 38% pull requests is very impressive. Cool. So it did get the answer. Hopefully it terminates the call soon. Cool. So as you can see here, it is saying GitHub username Sean McGuire 12, 88 commits, lead contributor to the project based on commit count, with second highest contributor Kamath having 80 commits. So even gave us extra information. And yeah, you can start another command. And obviously this is a very simple side project, but I do think it has some potential. Thank you.